Hello everybody and welcome back to the Communicraft server. A server I have not been on very actively in the last month or so. I was meaning to get onto it last week, however I had to record all these videos, so I wasn't able to release it last Friday, so it's coming out this Friday. Basically. So yeah, as you may be able to see, we are at the Ocean Temple today, or Ocean Monument, or whatever, Sea Temple, whatever it's called, and a lot of work has been done. This is actually probably the thing that made me get a bit burnt out slightly on actually wanting to do stuff, which was the entirety of all this wall, and also, you know, getting all the water out of the way. That was a long process that I had to do. But as you can see, this entire thing is, the actual monument is still actually here. And today we are actually on, not on 1.8.7, we are actually on a Forge version. And the reason we're on Forge is because if we come over to here, what I've actually done previously is I have, in a test world, gone and created a version of this already. As you can see, oh, just got to what? Apparently I turned off numlock. Okay, fair enough. Okay, so this is what the farm theoretically should look like. Like this will include all the items down here and such, all the places that it will go to. It will also do all that stuff. But as you can see, this ocean monument is actually in the way. So I know what I need to build. I just need to get rid of the stuff that's already here, so we can just quickly hide this pretty easily. Actually, I want to see if I can just... I don't know if I can just turn it off. I should be able to just, you know, not bother about it. But yeah, what we're going to be doing today, for the first bit, is, as you can see, I have a beacon up there, and I should have haste 2, as you can see. And, we are basically just going to try and get rid of this thing. As you can see, it's all lit down here. It should be lit up perfectly fine. Inside, not so much, because it was kind of, you know, a quick thing that I did in there. I didn't really... But I basically just got rid of the water, and that was kind of it. Other than that, I didn't really do a lot. And I want to be able to... I was going to say I want to be able to jump up on here, but I can't because of all the, you know, the fact that nothing... Oh, is that a slime? Slimes can spawn here, apparently. I didn't know that. Which means that's in a slime chunk, which is going to be a pain because we'll have to deal with slimes. But yeah, what we're going to do is just get up to the top of this thing. I should have some ender pearls on me, so that should be fine. And we're just going to basically get rid of this thing. And I probably won't do it with a time-lapse, most likely, because actually we probably can, considering how fast that goes. So yeah, we'll see how the time-lapse goes. It might not be the entire process being time-lapsed, depending on hard drive restrictions, since I'm having to back up like 15 videos in advance this time, set of time, you know, that I'm away. But yeah, I will see if I can get rid of all this stuff pretty quickly. Okay, so after a very long and arduous amount of time, if that's the correct way of putting it, we have finally gotten rid of basically the entire thing. Obviously this needs to be sort of flattened out a bit better in order to fully house the actual farm, and that's something we'll get around to later. I actually do need to move this beacon at some point somewhere in the middle. Probably just somewhere in the air in the middle, because I noticed the problem I was having is, yeah, I get instant mine over here, but I wasn't getting it over here, which was a tiny bit of a pain, and is a pain to deal with, and obviously, you know, I don't want to deal with a pain. But yeah, that's been done. There is a creeper down there. Goddamn creeper. It is now lit up, so nothing can spawn. They just spawn down there at the time. And yeah, we actually got the gold blocks from here. I forgot they existed, so that'll be a nice little thing for us, even though we're still in the middle of making. But yeah, that's, you know, this thing built, or not built, this thing demolished, and now we want to see, because if I bring back in the Guardian farm, as you can be able to see here, we can bring that to 1, bring that over, and bring that over. Everything is perfectly fine here, and I worked it out to about 37 stacks of both, well, it's 2,204 oak fences and dispensers, and in turn buckets of water that are needed in order to, you know, make this thing function. And, you know, that's a lot. That's about 35 stacks-ish, and I have accumulated that much of the different items. I should have, hopefully, enough iron. I have 3 stacks of iron blocks, so hopefully that's enough. I do have a bit more iron, and I have an iron farm, obviously, so we're not going to get this finished completely today, but I thought it would be useful to at least have some iron here already. And I think what we're going to be doing today is just doing the first row here. Now, we're probably, for now, going to be using the blocks that we actually got from destroying this thing. I do have a lot of stone bricks, but a lot of the blocks I actually, unfortunately, my inventory is full, and I basically didn't really feel like picking them up. So a lot of them were actually destroyed, or you know, the 5-minute limit came and they despawned. However, I don't really care too much about that fact, because this farm is going to be producing it way more than enough in order to, you know, have all this working fine. Also, this is the 35 stacks of dispensers. This should be the 35 stacks of oak fences. I do have some water-breathing potions and some stone bricks in there, and a lot of this stuff in here. Also, a lot of sponges, which I never picked up, apparently. But yeah, we're probably just going to build it out of prismarine bricks, because they're a nice block to have. We do have some dark prismarine. That is a thing we can use maybe in the future, but for now, I think this is a nice thing to have. And yeah, I think what we can do now is build at least one of the sections, set up maybe some redstone for it, and get it all, you know, the spawning technically working the whole thing first, and then we can at some point carry on over time with this whole thing. So should be, we'll probably start with this one over here, just the furthest away. It's technically like the lowest almost, like the bigger drop, and we'll sort out the drop later, but we just kind of need to work out sort of where the maximum block is. So this is how that works, and then that there is where these go. Okay, so now we can hide this, and we will be able to just simply do this. Now we are going to have to place blocks under here to place the can't remember the word, the fences, because fences need a block to be placed on. But for now, we can just simply just bring all these over here, get a little bit of a structure going, as that is a great thing to have, obviously. Otherwise, you know, won't be able to exactly work out what we're doing. So we'll bring this over here. Once we're over here, I can check on how or how the blocks are over here. So let's just do that. Let's show the schematic, and from here, that block's been placed, that block and that block, that block, that block and that block, there we go. And same going back, and then when we get this one done, I'll go and get the dispensers and the fences, sort that all out, and we can get all these dispensers done. I also need to place blocks up there and just get some redstone as well. But yeah, we'll sort all that out, and we'll see when we have all that input into the build. If we can get this place spawning some guardians, it'll be quite nice to have some guardians spawning. Now the spawn rates aren't going to be perfect because we have squids around, and you know, squids can still spawn in the water that we're gonna have. So not gonna be perfect. There is ways to get past that, which is something we will eventually do. But for now, this project isn't gonna be. We're not that quick on the project, so you know, we're not gonna get that done straight away. So that's that done. I'm now gonna go get the fences and the dispensers, and maybe a couple of. Actually, no, I don't have any. I don't think I have. I have a crafting table over there, but I need to get. You know, I'll do all the water buckets later. I think I'll work out how many I need from how many dispensers I place, and we'll see how this goes. Okay, so it's been a very long time later, and as you can see, we got the first bit of this done. So I've actually gone ahead and under here you can see we have dispensers all here correctly, and they all actually have the buckets of water all in them, all the way from here to here. You know, they're all completely filled. So that's a great thing that we have going for us. All this is set up, and in theory, upon us adding a little button here, well, technically here, but also we need to possibly in parts use repeaters. What should be able to happen, and it's not going to be like perfect now because of like, you know, delays with this whole thing. What we will have is a little control station like over going that way. What's going to happen is it's going to repeat through two different sections equally apart, and that'll, you know, make all of the whole thing go and or the entire of the section work. But as you can see, already it's working. Already we're being attacked by these guys. As you can see, over here is where it's not doing anything, but over there you can see in areas where it is actually doing what it needs to do, and we can go and kill these guys, set them on fire, do whatever we need to do. This will also be great for, you know, getting fish over here. That's a great thing for us. But we can get fish, prismarine shards. At some point we'll be able to get, I'm not sure if I can get one whilst from these guys. Let's just kill a few. Doesn't look like we're gonna get one. Come on. Hey. Maybe not. Yeah. The spawn rates aren't gonna be perfect because one, it's only that very small amount of area that's actually being used, and secondly, well, yeah, overall that area is just on its own. Like, not even that part's being used, and not any of this part's being used, as well as the fact that you know, we've got all these squids going around here. But what I'll probably do now, I do have a few repeaters, so what I might go and set up is a little repeater setup. If I get some more redstone, I only brought 2 stacks of redstone with me, and I need some more. Just set up a little repeater thing so that we can set this whole row to set off with one button press. But I'll see if I have enough redstone for that. So I'll make my way back to spawn. Hopefully there's enough redstone there. There should be. I should have some still just generally in the witch potion shop thing as ingredients as well as materials anyway. So we should have enough. So I'll go get those, and hopefully we can set up a basic repeater thing for now. Okay, so I went and got a bit more redstone, and, you know, basically, I said I was going to set up like a little system for it, but I decided it was probably best to go with and build the actual start of the system that we're going to be using. Now, this button is probably going to be placed somewhere else. It's just here for the current time because I needed it to be on a full block and then be able to do this, so I can press all this, and as you can see, it affects pretty much everything. As far as I can tell, this doesn't actually, you know, it won't affect this block, and it really doesn't matter if it does, because it's going to be powered anyway. But this, now, as you can see, fully powers every single, you know, dispenser. So if we press this one, what should happen now is we should come down here and see all this water is on. These guys are spawning. Now, obviously, these guys are currently just not actually, I don't know, I'm pressing tab. These guys are currently not spawning a lot. As I've said before, this is just one sort of container. They're also not dying, so they're taking up the mob cap. Plus, I'm not sure, but I think squids possibly stop it slightly, or slow it down maybe. Or that might be the fact that squids can spawn in here, meaning that these guys won't drop as quickly. But either way, you know, this is left much to be desired from the system. We can turn it off for now and just get rid of these guys down here. And the good thing about this is the more we get done with it, and I might as well just end a pearl down here, the more we get done with it, the more of these guys are going to be spawning, and the more blocks we can make. That's always a great thing with this one. As well as, you know, we can technically get a load of food. Like, I have like 5 stacks of carrots here just for backup food if I run out of this chicken, which I'm halfway through-ish. As you can see, I'm on 34 of 64. And yeah, so food-wise, we shouldn't be that bad. I'm not sure if you can trade fish. I can't remember if that's a thing. I know chicken you can, but I can't remember if fish you can or not. You might be able to with a fisherman, come to think of it. That might be a logical thing there, funnily enough. These guys are absolute pain to kill. Oh, and here's finally the prismarine crystals. This is what will allow us to create the sea lanterns, and obviously we'll get a lot more when we have a lot more of these guys dropping. Because currently, oh, I'm probably going to die. I didn't have a look at my my health. Let's just get out of here. Oh, don't do that. Feather falling. And yeah, so this will be fun. Basically, what I'm going to have to do, most likely, or definitely, is, as I said, I'm going to have to move this, you know, into the sort of center area. And I'm going to have to dig out this area down to pretty much bedrock. I should have enough ladders spare to get down to bedrock from, I don't know, even know why we're at here. We are at Y of 39. So we should, you know, it's like 38 levels to get to bedrock. And what I'm probably going to have to do is use the bed trick with this to get rid of the bedrock so we can actually work this whole thing out. But it's working. I need to light that up because water got in the way. Because I had to use water to refill the buckets. And yeah, that's this done for today. So this is going to be, I don't know how long this ended up being, but it's probably shorter than usual. But that's going to be today's episode. As I said, I'm going away, you know, for like 2 weeks, so I've got to get some of this obviously done. I don't actually even need these here. I don't know why I'm doing that. Obviously, I need to get all these videos done, and that means I can't spend, you know, like, I can't make the video like an hour long as they normally would probably end up being. But yeah, this is the first working bit of it. I'll probably get some work for it done off camera, like the digging and stuff. And yeah. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Hopefully we get back into this playing on the server more, and I will see you next time.